Introduce.
Hey guys, it's Heather. Hey, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have one of my awesome mother-in-laws with me. Yes, I'm lucky enough to have two, which is really cool. But she is going to actually teach us how to make fry bread because a lot of stores are running out of bread. A lot of people don't know how to make regular bread, but honestly, fry bread tastes like so much better. So she's going to kind of teach us how to do that today. I know how to make it, I just can't make it round. So she's gonna teach me how to do that today too. So anyways, this is Gloria. So I'm gonna let her kind of teach you and go at it.
Yes, my name is Gloria Sosi. I'm gonna be showing Heather how to do the fry bread. I am Navajo from Arizona, and I usually, for my fry bread, I put in 4 cups of flour.
These cups, not regular cups.
And then I put in 2 tablespoons of baking powder and salt, regular salt. Then I like to put a little bit of powdered milk with the dry mix that I'm doing. But then at the same time, I like to just put warm water and milk together to do the mixing up with it. So what I'm putting the dry ingredients right now, and I'm just showing Heather that once you mix it really good, the baking powder and the salt with the flour, you mix it really good, and I'll make a little whole dome-like thing here, like this. You kind of separate the flour like this, make a little hole in the middle, and then after that, I get the water and the milk. Make sure. Okay, that's good.
Is that good?
Now just put in a little bit at a time, and just go back and forth like this. Just keep going around and around, mixing it like this. Kind of just fold in the flour, just going back and forth, and you're mixing it. And go slow. You keep doing that until you get to where you want it to, the size of the dough. But I probably will make a bunch of dough from this. Okay. Just keep going around and around. I might need some more of that.
So instead of like mixing the whole flour together, she's literally just going around so it actually will mix in. So that's nice.
So I'm going to have her mix a little bit more of water and milk to not really hot, warm. You just keep going around. I usually just like to take my bowl and kind of move it around at the same time I'm doing this. So it's smooth now. You can see it. So what I do is make the dough go around so the flour can kind of work into it.
Oh, you do it like so much better than me.
So the flour kind of just blends in with it. So like that.
That's beautiful.
So that prevents it from lumpy. So,
getting lumps in it.
Usually a lot of people like to use a mix, but I don't do that.
Like a scone mix?
Yeah.
Okay, so and that is the whole thing with fry bread is a lot of people do not understand if you're using yeast, you're actually turning it into a scone or a bread. Yeah, it's still like it's not fry bread. So the big difference is the baking powder, and we don't use yeast for it.
Depending on how big of a dough you want. If you just want little pieces of a little bit of fry bread, then you make a smaller dough. But if you want to make a big, lots of fry bread, then the bigger the dough. So usually when I do all of this, I let it sit, cover it and let it sit for about 10-15 minutes.
Right.
And
To let it somewhat rise
so
and
kind of
take
it
those
rises,
glutens
yeah.
together.
Yeah. So see how I'm going?
So you're kneading.
Yeah.
How many minutes do you normally need?
Oh, I just do it until it gets firm. It's getting soft now. Usually some ladies, they really pound it down. It gets hard. I kept telling my daughters, just go slow. Don't really pound at it. So
It's an art. It takes time, right?
yeah. Took me a long time to learn Frybread. My mom taught me when I was small. She made us make dough out in the Hogan.
That's awesome.
So it took me a long time to perfect.
So yesterday we were talking about how a lot of them use lard to also cook their fry bread.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So there's that way. To me, I would think it would get more scorched faster because of the lard, does it?
I don't use the heavy Crisco and even the lard, but that's what the Navajo.
If that's what you needed to use, you could use it. But you're trying to do a little more healthy.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong. I use Mazola corn oil. Nothing wrong with that.
So we were talking about that too, because I can use like MCT oil or avocado oil, which I've done it for all different ones, and I still think that they turn out great, but hers still turn out better than mine. Way better.
I think I tried the corn oil before. It still turned out good. So
Yeah.
okay.
Is that
It
tough
looks
enough?
okay right now. It looks really good.
Can I touch it to see where we're at? So it is a little bit harder. So it's almost to the point for bread, except bread needs to be a little bit harder than that. So regular bread. So it's a little bit softer than that. That's actually really nice. I like soft. Okay. So we're going to cover it for a few minutes.
Yeah, you do this. I like to just go like this and kind of.
Have it formed into a ball.
Yeah, like that. Then after this, then you cover it for 10-15 minutes. It's a cloth, plastic, or just a.
Go and rise, and then we'll be back. Okay, so the dough, hold on. The dough has to be a little bit harder. So, okay, so I kind of get that. So it's not quite bread, but it's really close. Okay, so also, and I'm just gonna pause and take you over here, but we heat up the pan very slowly, and then we turn it up as right before you start forming, correct? Okay, so I'll show you how much oil and everything that we are using.
So with this, I take a little bit like this size, and then just kind of roll it around like a little ball, and then just go like that. I usually put a little flour if it's still sticky.
Sticky?
Yeah. Make it round. Then I go put my palms like this. Like this, really. And if sometimes I'll put the flour on here, and then I'll just kind of go like this. Just kind of work its way out like that. Pull it out, push it out.
Push out the bubbles and things like that?
Yeah. Then what I do is I go round and round and kind of pull it out and pushing it out at the edge. See how I'm doing at the fingers? My thumb. That what makes it kind of go out. As you watch, sometimes people making pizza, you kind of watch how they do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of, I look at it like that. See how big it's getting? So what I'm doing is doing at the end, the tip.
So not at all in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you want to just roll.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so much better at this than me.
A lot of
I'm like, I feel like I want to make like rolls out of it and make a ball out of it that way. Maybe that'll work for me. Maybe that's why I always get them oblong, is because I don't take the time to do that.
Yeah, you just kind of, you notice how it came out. So a lot of people like to use rolling pin, but no, I don't use that. You have to use your hand. Just kind of, you have to pat it back and forth. Kind of still work at the edge like this. Just go back and forth. You have to pat it like this. Some people like to go like this, but I usually just do one side and the other side. I'll just go like this.
So I pat it down, and then just kind of. Okay. So it doesn't need to be in there. All right. Keep going a little bit more.
And just keep rolling it out on the tip. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should turn it too, so they can watch both of us, right? Watch Heather, the person that's been doing this for a while, but I can't do it like her, so. Everybody would be so proud of me. I wouldn't have oblong ones. It'd be the Belgana that makes oblong ones.
And just kind of turn it around.
Turn it around and do that side?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. What's Belgana's?
Belgana?
John calls that to me all the time. I know what a Belgana is.
Jeune Belganas. Beautiful white woman.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Then there's a lot that say Anglo, like, yeah.
And then do it this side too again?
Just, then now just go
Back and forth?
back and forth. At the same time you're working at the tip.
At the tip?
Yeah,
Okay.
just watch. You go like this. See my thumb
Uh-huh.
is pulling on it like this.
Okay.
Like this. Go round and round. You're pulling that. My thumb is doing the pulling. See how it's getting bigger?
Mm-hmm.
And it just work its way up.
Okay. Kind of?
It's good. Then now just gradually start. Back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yeah, there you go.
And then do it again.
Yes.
I'm left-handed, so I'm going to go the other way.
Okay. Now just pat it back and forth. Yeah. So what you're doing is making that flip flap.
Got ya. And we don't want any holes in the bread either.
Some people like to put that, but I don't know why, the reason why they do that. Some say, well, it makes it fluffier. And I thought, okay. I don't do that. So you
Okay.
can. If
You
want.
can if I want to. All right.
So I'm still working at the tips. Some of the times you have to kind of.
So just that little bit of dough, look how big hers is. Like, huge. Don't get oblong on me. We're going to still be round. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm actually doing better.
Okay. Just keep flipping,
Okay.
flopping.
And kind of like turn it, right? As we're doing it.
Yes.
So it kind of evens out. I'm going oblong.
Yeah.
So if I'm going oblong, then start pulling there.
Let's go. Keep doing this.
Oh yeah, she's so much better at this than me.
I'm done, and just kind of, you can hold it like this and even do this too. See?
And pull it out, okay?
I'll just usually go like that, patch it up. This. That. Don't worry about the see, you got it?
Yeah. So how big do we want them to be?
Depend how usually mine turns out this.
So that grease is, I can smell it.
See.
Yeah, she says do not do the water test.
See how it'll start browning itself. Once it gets brown and golden, then you know it's ready. See that?
Wow.
Almost. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Doing that. Always from the farthest away and down.
So you don't flip on yourself.
Then you just kind of, you'll know when to flip it and turn it around the edge gets golden brown. Now you just have to turn mine around like that. See how it's getting brown around here, the edges.
And that's why we move it around, is because we want to make sure that that fits.
That's how I know how to no, when it gets golden brown.
Like perfect.
But you have to really work fast because when you're making the Frybread, you have to pick another
Get other things while you're doing it, while you're, yep.
And then over here you control it.
Because you're also controlling the temperature too, so.
Yeah.
It's all fun when all the women get together and do it.
Yeah. I have nephews on my dad's side of the family, my uncles.
And they're doing
kids, the men, my nephews, they have a Frybread contest during a family reunion. They're out there making Frybread.
That is awesome.
When did they do that?
Yeah, and you want to keep making it because the flour and the dough actually can start drying out. So that's another reason why she's also telling us that. I'm gonna have you like look at it from back here so you can see what she's doing this way.
Same way. They use, some people, ladies, have huge frying pans. They make huge Frybread.
Like those great huge ones that are like the size of an elephant's face. I actually want one of those. Is that like really sad? And like do it on the fire. I think it would be, I don't know. I would love one of those. They probably weigh 100 pounds.
We were down in Fort McDowell on the weekend. They were having some kind of festival, the Yavapai Apache.
Mm-hmm.
They had a stand up. It said Indian taco. So I went over there. Then I go, 2 Navajo tacos. And then they look at me like, I'm sorry, I mean Indian taco.
Where is that at?
And Fort Apache, Yavapai, and Prescott.
That's not good.
I'm sorry,
Not even chili.
just put 3 fried things on top of that and a little bit of lettuce, little pieces of tomato. That was it.
Wouldn't that more be like more of a Mexican type dish? It's not Navajo. It's not even Indian.
Indian taco.
Robert, I'm gonna send you home with some fry bread too, that your wife made.
Yeah. You could get one from me.
I think you're right. I think you do have to be gifted.
Because I'm not.
It takes years. I remember my mom used to make us make dough, and
You have to have the right fingers.
it took me a long time. I'm still learning, but I think the way my family's like, oh, that's
A
good.
long time ago, huh? It'll be the same as this, herb.
It's okay. It's all right. He can do it. She's telling him not to. It's all right. We're good. No, it's good.
No, she's cute. Always cute.
You see Robert's face. This is too cute. I love it.
He's like, she's good.
Okay, guys. So we're just John. We're just finishing up, and all the Navajo men are running in here to eat it. Love it. It's good. All right, this is good. So that's the last one. That was the one I did. The Hopi ants better be happy. It was round-ish. Round-ish. Actually, that's pretty roundish. Yeah.
The thinner the better.
The thinner the better, right?
You'll do good.
Okay. All right, guys. So, hey, thanks for joining us today. I want to thank Gloria for showing how to do this correctly and giving me a little more practice. And, hold on. Okay, so, oops, maybe.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, there we go. That is how you do fry bread. So if you guys are getting kind of bored, stuck in the house,
Make lots of fry bread.
make lots of fry bread. It'll make the men very happy.
Make it with pinto beans.
Pinto beans and Navajo tacos, all that kind of good stuff.
Stew.
Gravy,
Yes.
as we just talked about. Gravy is good with it. So, all right. Okay, talk to you guys all later. Thanks.
Cheese and